Thank you very much, Mrs. Davies. First, the preamble, and there's a little bit of it, so bear with me here. Students receiving diplomas have earned a minimum of 30 credits and have successfully completed the Ministry of Education's literacy requirements. In addition, they have successfully completed 40 hours of community service. You may notice in your program some students are notated with a symbol to signify their special accomplishments. The DNA Arts program allows talented and committed art students to concentrate their studies in the arts while also completing the requirements for the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Students must take a minimum of 2 arts credits per year in order to obtain the DNA Arts certificate. Programs are professionally oriented and academically rigorous. An Ontario Scholar has earned an average of 80% or better in 6 grade 12 credits. The students who have achieved this goal have been noted in the evenings program as well. You'll also see notations for a gold medallion. The gold medallion scholar must achieve an average of 85% or better in a minimum of 12 grade 11 and 12 credits. Silver medallion scholar achieves an average of 80% or better in a minimum of 12 grade 11 and 12 credits. And an honors student has earned an average of 80% or better in their courses taken in their graduating year. A business certificate is given to a student who has completed 5 business credits over their high school education. French certificate awarded to students who have taken French through to the end of grade 12. Technology certificates awarded to those students who have completed a minimum of 6 technology credits over the course of their high school career. Specialist high skills majors, Ministry of Education approved specialized program allowing students to concentrate their education on a specific section while meeting the requirements for their high school diploma. At Laura Secord Secondary, we have SHSMs offered in both arts and culture and construction. Parents, please once again a reminder to feel free to approach the stage for photographs. Note to grads, upon completion of all of you receiving your diplomas and after the valedictorian speech, please await my instructions for the movement of your tassels from right to left. Presenting our first group of diplomas will be our principal, Mrs. Ritter. And I should mention that there are some subject awards that students are receiving this evening as well. We did not hand them out during the formal awards portion of today, but that will be mentioned while they come up and pick up their diplomas. We'll begin with Shannon Alderson. Shannon is moving to Hamilton for a gap year. She'd like to thank Liam for helping her pass math. Next, we have Stephen Alexander. He's coming back to Secord not as a student, but as a construction worker on our cafeteria, our new cafeteria. He thanks his mom, his dad, his little brother Dan, Mr. West, Mr. Staples, Mrs. Barrett, Mr. Skull, and they'll always remember lunchtime with the boys. Stephen is our Technological Design Grade 12 University College Subject Award winner. Congratulations, Stephen. Next is Lexi Allen. She'll be studying chemistry in the future. Lexi wants to thank her mom, dad, and her sisters Sophie and Emma. Daniela Marie Alnes is taking half a gap year and will eventually study to become an RPN. She thanks everybody for the knowledge and wisdom and the supports they have given by both her friends and teachers over the year who patiently helped her to be successful in her academics. Carter Andres is next. Carter is going to Brock for kinesiology. He wants to thank his parents and his boys and the awesome teachers at Secord. His favorite memories, hanging out with his friends and playing basketball. Next is Madison Bagshaw. She'll be attending Carleton University in Ottawa for biochemistry. Thanks to Madison's parents, siblings, and friends for encouraging and supporting her. Keenan Baker will be studying to become a video game designer at Brock next year. He thanks all of the teachers who have helped him reach his academic goals this year. He'll never forget how talking to each of the teachers has helped keep that goofy smile on his face. Next is Alexa Ballas. She is receiving 2 subject awards today, a Co-op Certificate of Achievement and the Award for Dramatic Arts, Grade 12 Music Theater, University College. Alexa is super excited to be attending the University of Toronto for Humanities. She'd like to thank her supportive mother and family, as well as all the incredible students and teachers she met at Secord, especially her second mom, Mrs. Bowen. Kennedy Baston is next. She's attending Carleton University for Global Law and Social Justice next year. She wants to thank Bridget Gaines for encouraging her to do stupid things and Madeline Reyno for stopping her from writing something really inappropriate on this card. Rachel Birdsey plans to travel the world making music. She thanks her teachers and pals for pushing her to do her best and for always being supportive. Next is Sumitra Biswas going to Brock next year to pursue a career in the medical field, possibly to become a doctor. He thanks his parents, his brother, and all of his friends who blessed his journey through high school and for continuously supporting him. Favorite memories include dancing backstage and messing with the stage crew during the musicals. Jacob Boucher is taking a year off to decide on future goals. He'd like to thank his friends and family and Mr. West for being the best. Celeste Brion is our subject award winner for grade 12 University College Dance. She's going to Sheridan College for a Bachelor of Musical Theater Performance next year. Thanks to family, friends, and all the teachers. Next is Finley Bunting. She plans to take a year off to work, and thanks to Ms. Tarek and Ms. Brands for supporting her love of English and writing. Emma Burns is taking a year off to get her life together. I'd like to do that myself, but she wants to thank her dad and sisters for busting her butt so she would graduate, and her best friends for always being there for her. Lauren Keaton will be working and traveling in the upcoming year. She thanks her wonderful family and friends and all of the amazing teachers at Secord. Brianna Callender is going to Sheridan for social work next year. She'd like to thank her family and friends. And I promised her I would read this. She'd also like me to know that she's still mad about the Destiny's Child incident. Sorry. April Campbell is going to Brock University for Child and Youth Studies, thanks to all of her friends and family. Sabrina Capuchon, next year, plans to go to Niagara College for game design. She thanks Charlene and Edward, her parents, as well as her brother Jacob and stepmother Diane. Alex Carnell is next. He's taking a gap year to save for college. He'd like to thank his friends, family, and Mr. West for being the best teacher. Daniel Chilvers is still figuring out his future. He thanks all of his friends and his family as well. Daniel, you're still trying to figure out your future. You should ask her. Sorry, Anna. That's right. My wife tells me that all the time. Next is Kyle Craig, the subject award winner for Healthy Active Living Education, grade 12 open. He's going to Brock for Bachelor of Kinesiology. I'd like to thank all of his great friends, loving family, and amazing teachers that made everything possible, and he'll always cherish the memories of the track meets over his 4 years here. Next is Spencer. Next is Teo Creamer. Teo will be attending Mohawk College for mechanical engineering. He would like to thank his family and friends for almost keeping him sane through the years. Simone Curry is next. She'll be attending Niagara College for social work next year. She'd like to thank her family for coming tonight, especially her brother Clayton, and also a big thanks to Brianna for helping her get through these years. Dylan Daly is next. He'll be working full-time at Multiplex Manufacturing to raise money for his post-secondary education. Spencer DeMore is next. He thanks his family, friends, and especially Dave Sharp for all the support, love, and memories. He's enrolled in the Navy and will train throughout the summer before going to RNC, He says here he spent thousands of hours at sea chord, and he knows he will eventually start missing it. Spencer is our subject award winner for grade 12 University College Instrumental Music. Next we have Jake Day. He'll be studying criminology at Western next year. He would like to thank his parents and grandparents. Luke Delion. He'll be attending, he'll be furthering his knowledge in physics at the University of Waterloo next year. He calls himself Master Luke here. He'd like to thank his parents, Emelita and Michael, and all of his siblings, Little B for supporting his wildest dreams, and he says the streets for raising him. Yeah, Luke lives in Niagara on the Lake. Those are real mean streets. Jack DeVon is next. He'll be a mechanic next year. We'd like to thank Dylan Daly, Mike Balsam, and Paul Taylor for his success. Next is Kyla Ray DeGagne. Kyla Ray will be coming back for 12B next year to improve the marks. And she'll then attend Niagara College for their educational assistant program for special needs. She'd like to thank Mrs. and Miss Lafferty for their patience this year, and her parents for all their support, and also all of her great friends. Alicia McGuire is next. She'll be attending Niagara College next year, and she wants to thank her teachers and parents for all of their support. Next, we have Maya DiNapoli. She'll be attending Brock University for Child and Youth Studies in the fall. Thanks goes to Mom, Dad, Nana, Nanny, Auntie, and Marley.
Good to go, kiddo.
Rachel Deach will be attending Brock University for psychology next year. She thanks her parents, grandparents, and best friends for always believing in her. She'll cherish every memory made within the walls of Laura Seator. Cassidy Doucette is our subject award winner for Canadian and International Law at grade 12 college. She'll be attending Kappa next year. Cassidy would like to thank her mom for encouraging her daily, her dad for being there for her, and her sister for being such a good friend to her, not just her sister. Brittany Downs is also a subject award winner in Nutrition and Health, grade 12 college. She plans on moving across the country with her hippie boyfriend and publishing a novel. She wants to thank her mother and father for teaching her to always keep striving, but always to remind her that love comes first. Also to Mrs. Smith, a previous teacher who sparked her love for English.
Thank you.
Next is Shaylin Dutcher. She'll be coming back for 12B next year. Thanks goes to her mom and dad and all of her friends. Jasmine Finnemore will be taking at Georgian College next year. For her success in her journey, she'd like to thank her mother, father, stepmother, and stepfather as her teachers. Thanks goes to Mrs. Haney, Mrs. Lafferty, and her role model, Ms. Lafferty.
Woo!
Next is Brad Flockstra. He'll be attending Niagara College for Police Foundations next year. Thanks goes to Mom, Dad, Nina, and Kyra, and all of his friends, especially Mark. Kellen Fogarasi is next. He'll be returning to school after a year of pursuing various passions. He thanks Mom and Dad for funding his life and getting him here. Kellen's fondest memory is Mr. Williamson's law class, and it gave him a unique perception of Canada's judicial system. Chandra Fox is next, and she has won 2 subject awards: Biology, grade 12 University, and Challenge and Change in Society, grade 12 University as well. She'll be attending Broad next year to study business. She thanks all of her friends, family, and teachers for their support, and would also like to thank Secord for an amazing 4 years. She would not have had the same experience anywhere else. Go Patriots! Ada Funess will be attending Niagara College in September. She thanks her friends and family for sticking by her side. Next, we have Bridget Gaines. She'll be attending the University of Toronto to study French horn next year. She thanks Mom and Dad for everything they've done and continue to do, and thanks to every staff member at Secord who has helped everyone here today, and thanks also to Sam, Kennedy, Maddie, Danny, Rachel, and Tessa. Devin Gordon is taking home 2 subject awards tonight, one for Core German University and one for Foundations of College Math, grade 12. Devin will be learning to fly planes next year. He'd like to thank his parents for their constant support and trust, and his friends Graydon, Amin, Teo, and Brandon for the laughs and fond memories of high school. Next is Cassidy Greenside. She'll be attending Niagara College next year. She thanks her mother and sister for their unconditional support and for helping her through the tough yet exciting year of grade 12. She'd also like to give a shout out to some pretty rad grandparents and her cats at home. Next we have Haley Ginyard. She thanks her family members, friends, and teachers. Everyone has played a part in making high school an amazing and unforgettable experience. She'll be attending Sheridan College in September for visual arts. And next we have Rhea Gupta. She'll be attending University of Toronto, Scarborough for Life Sciences, their co-op program. She thanks her friends for the amazing experiences and thanks to all of her teachers here at Secord for their help and support. And lastly, a big thank you to her parents and family, the rest of the family for their love and support. And at this time, I'd like to thank Mrs. Hernder for handing out the diplomas. Thank you very much, Mrs. Hernder. And as we have a tradition here at Lower Secord, when staff members retire, we invite them to present the diplomas to some of our grads. We have 2 retiring staff members this year. Graduating with our grads this year, presenting our next group of diplomas, our first retiring teacher for you to meet tonight, Mr. Andrew Yap. Mr. Yap will begin with Lucas Haberer. Lucas would like to thank his family and friends for making the past 4 years some of the best. Big thanks to Mr. Williamson for always rocking the Skechers. Lucas will be attending Niagara College for broadcasting in the fall. Brooklyn Hamlin would like to thank her mom and dad for always being super supportive and helpful. She'll be attending Mohawk College in the fall for business. Next we have Farhan Hassan. She is going to Wilfrid Laurier. She thanks me, Mr. Balsam, for finally acting like an adult for once in your life. I heard way too much screaming about that one. Farhan loves Mrs. Johnstone, and she thanks her for giving her all the books she wanted. Farhan says she is awesome and wants to say goodbye to all of the grads here. Next we have Megan Henry. She'd like to thank her parents for believing in her and her friends for making the last 4 years bearable. She's also moving into the workforce next year. Lexis Hodges is next, and she is a Subject Award winner for Families in Canada, grade 12 college. She thanks her family, friends, and teachers who have been by her side and who believe in her dream to someday open her own water park. Next is Brendan Humphreys. He'll be attending Humber College for the pre-service firefighting program. Thanks to his family for helping him get through this. He loves you very much. Congratulations to his fellow graduates. He wishes you all the best.
Hey, Brad.
Our next grad is actually not here tonight, but Logan Ivans filled out a card. By the way, she also won 4 subject awards in English Writers Craft, grade 12, the Environment and Resource Management, grade 12, University College, Instrumental Music, Strings, grade 12, and Challenge and Change in Society, grade 12. Logan can't attend tonight as she's traveling to Labrador and Greenland to learn about the music and culture among Indigenous peoples. She sends her best wishes to the graduating class and gives many thanks to everyone at Secord. Next we have Michaela Ings. She'd like to thank her parents for their support and love over the past 4 years. A big thank you to Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Lafferty for helping her when she needed it, and congratulations to all the grads. All the best of luck next year. Jessica Johnson is next. Thanks goes to mom, dad, grandparents, stepdad, Sarah, Hannah, Dakota, teachers, and classmates for their love and support through her high school years. She's excited to be attending Brock for the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology program come September. Katie Juritz would like to thank her dad for being there for her and also her mom for always looking over her. She'll be taking a gap year and hopefully convincing her dad to let her get a car. And Mr. Tate, I have a 2004 Honda Civic out in the parking lot. Needs a little bit of work, but I can sell it to you really cheap. Mirza Kenzik is next. He'd like to thank his family for supporting him all the way through high school. And thanks to all the teachers, staff, and friends for making these last 4 years that he will never forget. Next, we have Victoria Kazansiaglu. Thanks to her sister and others for standing by her side, also to her mom and dad, because they have made her realize that time does go fast. Hope she meant that in a good way. Harrison Kerr is next. He thanks the teachers who have helped him over these years, especially Mrs. Ware and the art teachers. He's going to miss the lunch club in the art room. He'll be attending Sheridan College for game design. This is a long list of subject awards for our next grad. Arma Khan has won, or earned I should say, Canadian Chemistry Contest Olympiad Award, Chem 13 News Exam Award, Chemistry Grade 12 University Award, Physics Grade 12 University Science Proficiency Award, University of Toronto National Biology Competition Award, and also at the top mark in Nutrition and Health Grade 12 University. I haven't even got to her card yet, so. She thanks all the staff for being so supportive and helping her achieve so many great things, especially for helping her achieve the very prestigious Schulich Scholarship to York University for Engineering. The very first time that a C-Corps grad has earned that scholarship, it's worth a total of $80,000. Special thanks to her parents for empowering her and helping her be the successful graduate she is today. Well done, Arma. Aisha Khan would like to thank her family, her friends, her teachers, and someone named the Sixth God for blessing her life constantly. Aisha will be taking a gap year, then go on to Waterloo for geography and aviation. There's a lot of C-Corps grads flying planes these days. I don't know what to think about that. Kiki Kumbrand is going to the University of Toronto for biomedical toxicology. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and Mike Balsam for supporting her throughout the years. I've never taught her. That's the best support, I guess. Next is Zoe Kilpatrick. She thanks Justin Trudeau for having amazing hair. And also for inspiring her to want to be the future Prime Minister. I think it's really the hair. Devin Kinnischuk would like to thank his girlfriend Alicia McLean, his mom Heather, and his dad Brian for helping him throughout the years and helping him to pursue his goal in graduating. Bailey Knox thanks her loving father and stepmother, also her aunt and uncle, for their support. She can't wait to further her education in nursing. Next we have Lucas Koch, and I don't know how to interpret this, but on his card he drew a picture of what looks like a seagull and a double ice cream cone. Very creative. Stephanie Kozak is next. She thanks her friends and family for all their support, those who helped her confidently get to where she is today. She's excited to be doing what she wants to do, and that is going to school for film in the fall. Danny Kazella is our grade 12 University College Music, Vocal, and Choral Subject Award winner. She'll be attending Chile Carleton University in the fall to pursue her Bachelor of Social Work. She'd like to thank her lovely parents for always supporting her, Mrs. Filer and Mrs. Lafferty for pushing her to do her best, and her classmates for tolerating her laugh. Tom Labonte is next. He'd like to thank everyone. Thanks. He's off to Sheridan College. Next is Sam LaFleur. He'd like to thank everyone for their help and patience. He's going on to work in Canada. I think it's like one of those Where's Waldo things. It really narrows it down. Work in Canada. Noah Lagerstrom will be attending the University of Windsor in September. He'd like to thank his friends for making grade 12 fabulous. He'll miss them all. And he'd also like to remind Danny Cazella to cry too hard, since he will cry harder. Not to cry? You didn't want to cry. Come and get this card. I'm always right, except at home. Next is Liam LaPierre Thomas. He'll be attending Mohawk College for graphic design. He'd like to thank Shannon Alderson for being awesome sauce. Jasmine Lahi would like to thank her family, Kaylee Gordon, and the Gordon family for their love and support through time, as well as Mrs. Pollock, Mrs. Lafferty, and Mr. MacArthur for going above and beyond in order to help her to make it through her grade 12 year. She'll be attending Coppin State University in hopes of achieving her volleyball dreams. Kevin Meyer would like to say thanks to all of his loving family and friends. He's taking a year off before returning to school. Sky Marks would like to thank her mother for supporting her over the years, along with the rest of her family. She would also like to thank her teachers for helping her. And Sky will be taking a year off school, then going to beauty school the following year. She says, keep it real, everyone. Hannah Marcella is another subject award winner for the grade 12 University Families in Canada course. Hannah will be attending York to complete her Bachelor of Social Work degree. She'd like to thank her parents for their unconditional love and support, and her friends for all that they've done. Alyssa Martell is next. She thanks her mother for pushing her to do her best. She'll be taking a year off and then attending Niagara College to be a child and youth worker. Kat Martins will be attending beauty school. She thanks her parents and SLAP for being a positive role model and not getting mad at her for being late every day. Alicia McLean, another subject award winner, and she has 3 coming to her tonight. Top mark in grade 12 college English, also grade 12 college families in Canada, and gender studies at grade 11 University College. Alicia would like to thank her friends and family for always being supportive. She plans on taking the year off and hopes of finding a fulfilling career. Next is Declan McParlin. She'll be attending the University of Waterloo for physics and astronomy next year. She thanks not only God, but Jesus, and of course, Craig McDonald. By the way, Declan has also earned 2 subject awards, grade 12 University Math, Data Management, and the Sir Isaac Newton Contest Award. Peter McPhail would like to thank all of the amazing teachers and friends for making it a memorable 4 years, and his parents, of course. His future plans include moving to Europe this summer. Sydney Myers is next. She would like to thank her mom, dad, and grandparents, also teachers that have helped her through these past 4 years. Her first choice, she's going to First Choice College after this. Hopefully the next years will be as great as the ones at Secor. Vanessa Monteith thanks her family, friends, and teachers. She'll be going to Niagara College for pre-health sciences. Matthew Moore would like to thank Mr. Staples and Mr. West and also Mr. Gill for making him pass high school. He'll be completing his apprenticeship for diesel mechanics. Todd Morgan has 3 subject awards: grade 12 University Canadian and International Law, grade 12 University College Instrumental Music Band, and also grade 12 University Challenge and Change in Society. He'll be attending the University of Victoria studying saxophone. He'd like to thank his wonderful teachers, friends, and family for helping him make it through. He feels very fortunate for all of the opportunities he had, especially in music. Laura Secord was a blessing for him. He'd also like to congratulate Basil Saunier for achieving his diploma too. Mark Morrison is next. He'd like to thank his parents and amazing friends for their support. He will go straight into work in landscaping. Matthew Morrison would like to thank Ms. Newman for everything she has done for him. He's going to college for horticulture. Sonia Murray is next. She'll be attending Brock for community health and will then be pursuing further education in nursing or as a midwife. She'd like to thank her parents for their love and support and her best friend, Michaela Todd, for being her rock. Tessa Nicoletti would like to thank her mom, dad, and sister for always pushing her to do her best. Also her friends for putting up with her bad jokes for 4 years. And at this point in time, I'd like to dismiss Mr. Yap. Mr. Yap, your last graduation ceremony. So now we invite our retiring head of guidance here at Laura Secord, Mr. Vince DeLuca, to hand out the rest of the diplomas. We'll begin with Maria Panessa. She'd like to thank her parents and siblings for always believing in her and helping her to accomplish her dreams. Thanks to her mom for keeping her going and telling her to keep her head high and to go out in the world and take it. Haley Pereira will be attending Brock University for kinesiology. She thanks her family and friends for their constant support. She'll always remember the fun of taking part in the school's musicals. Cole Perry is our computer science grade 12 University Subject Award winner, and fittingly he will be studying computer science at Brock next year. He'd like to thank his mom, dad, and his grandma, also his brother Eric and Braden, for being a cool guy. Madison Peters will be attending the University of Guelph for honors psychology next year. She thanks her family for being supportive throughout high school, as well as all of Secord's teachers. Her favorite moment was the Iceland trip last year, and whenever she had one of those rare nights without homework. Isabel Prentice will be working full-time at Sherwood Horse Farm and Deerhurst Stables. She'd like to thank her family for helping her through hard times and making everything possible. Favorite moment in high school was staying with all of her friends from the beginning to the end. McLean Press would not want me to mention this, but at our end of the year assembly, we honored her for having perfect attendance here for all 4 years of high school. And that actually went all the way back to elementary school. I think it would stay there, McLean. It went all the way back to elementary school. I think it was to grade 1, if you can believe that. When I saw her in the hallway, I said to her, McLean, I was hoping you didn't show up tonight. So I could make that a big joke of the night. Perfect attendance. She's going to Western for kinesiology in the fall. She'd like to thank her teachers, friends, and family for supporting and encouraging her. Special thanks to her mom for pushing her out of her comfort zone. Jason Pym is going to Mohawk College next year. He'd like to thank his friends. And we'll always remember those funny moments in SLAF's health and nutrition class. Probably had something to do with SLAF trying to cook. Joyce Redwood will be attending the School of Makeup Arts for their program in spring of 2017. She thanks her mother, Amanda, for supporting her through anything. Joyce's favorite memory at Secord being mistaken for a grade 9 throughout her grade 12 year. Shawnee Ruther next year is going to Georgian College to study photography. She thanks her family for supporting her, and her favorite moment in high school was meeting all of her new friends. Madeline Moreno has 2 subject awards tonight, Dramatic Arts, grade 12 University College, and English, grade 12 University. She'll be attending the University of Toronto, pursuing environmental law. She'd like to thank her amazing parents and sister, as well as the incredible and supportive staff members at Secord. Brandon Roberts is next. He plans to save money for college next year. He thanks his parents for supporting him. Next is Marissa Rodriguez. She'll be attending McMaster University for Medical Radiation Sciences in the fall. She'd like to thank her family and squad for helping her through the last 4 chapters of her life, with her favorite moment being every smile and laugh she has had throughout her high school journey. Another subject award winner, Brianna Rogers for Dramatic Arts, grade 12 music theater, university college level. She'll be pursuing a career in public health and attending the University of Lethbridge in Alberta. She thanks her amazing family, friends, and teachers for making these 4 years better than tacos. She will miss everyone from Niagara dearly and thanks everyone who has positively impacted her life. Tia Rollison next year will be going to Brock University. She thanks her friends and family for supporting her and will miss singing with the concert choir and the chamber choir here at Sequoia. Next year, Alicia Romanelli is going to Niagara College. She would like to thank all her amazing teachers and her wonderful family, and her funniest memory is, again, SLAF's health and nutrition class. There's something up with that. Hunter Ross will be attending Brock University for Child and Youth Studies. She'd like to thank Mr. Sisler for all the opportunities he has given her. I'd also like to thank her mother for driving her to school every day for the past 4 years. Funniest moment was when she was locked inside of her locker by Brittany Downs for the lunch period. Kennedy Scott is getting the award for the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Grade 12 Open course. She'll be attending Niagara College, pursuing a business degree. She would like to thank her family and friends for always being supportive. Graydon Sewell next year is coming back for 12B and eventually going to school to learn about game design. He thanks his dad for keeping it real, and also a big thank you to all of his friends for tolerating him. Next year, Megan Shimon will be attending McMaster University for communications. She'd like to thank her family for supporting her in this adventure. Favorite moments of high school were all of the coffee houses that the school put on. Next is Braden Siemens. He thanks his parents and Sumitra Biswas for getting him through high school. Next year, Braden will be taking a gap year, but will be pursuing a career eventually in environmental management.
Hey, Ray. Yeah.
Zara Simpson has 4 subject awards tonight. Core French, grade 12 university. Canadian and International Law, grade 12 university. Advanced Functions, grade 12 university. And Calculus and Vectors, also grade 12 university. She's attending Queen's next year for life sciences. She'd like to thank all the high school musical movies for providing unrealistic expectations of high school. I guess you thought Zac Efron was here. Next is Ethan Snook. He'd like to thank his mom, his dad, his sister, and all the teachers who have made Secord the unique school it is. He will be pursuing a business degree at Brock next year. Basil Sagne is the winner of the Physics Grade 12 University Subject Award. He thanks his teachers for helping and pushing him to do his best. He'd also like to thank all of his family and friends for always being there for him. And he would like to thank Todd Morgan for congratulating him on getting his diploma. Basil is going to the University of Waterloo for physics and astronomy. Michaela Sonnenberg would like to thank her parents for their support, as well as Kraz and Yap for being the best coaches. She's attending Ryerson in the fall studying nutrition and hopes to be a health promoter. She is also pursuing modeling in Toronto. Amin Sono wants to thank his parents who supported him throughout the years, and he also wants to thank his teachers and friends for making these 4 years weird. He plans to be a pharmacist or an engineer. Michelle Stanslick would like to thank her wonderful friends and teachers who inspired her to grow as an individual and follow her dreams. She also thanks Chandra Fox for being the best sugar mama around. She'll be attending Fanshawe College for fashion design in the fall. Carly Stevens, both of her parents for always pushing her to do her best, and her friends for always keeping her grounded. Carly plans on attending Brock for nursing in the near future. Next is Dana Stevens. She thanks Mrs. Haney and Mrs. Shappert for believing in her and helping her succeed in the sciences. She is going to Seneca College next year in their veterinary technician program. Madison Stevens would like to thank her grandparents for their endless support and her parents for waking her up every morning. Madison plans to work her summer away and attend college next year. Desiree Stewart thanks all of her teachers for being patient with her throughout this semester. She plans on going to college next year. Leah Suk would like to thank her legs for always supporting her, her arms for always being at her side, and her fingers that she could always count on. Plus her friends and family. Next year she'll be relating her friends to rats on drugs while studying psychology at Huron University College. Kirsten Sukes would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for never giving up on her. She'll be attending Centennial College in Toronto for social work. Holly Thompson would like to thank her awesome family, best friends, and her teachers, but a special, huge, big thank you to her sister, Jana. Holly's plans for next year include attending Niagara College for a construction techniques program. Ryan Tibbs would like to thank her family for everything they've done for her, for pushing her to be the best she could be. She wouldn't be who she is today without them. Next year, she's attending Sheridan College for interior design. Michaela Todd would like to thank her family for always keeping her afloat. Thanks to Sonia Murray and Hannah Marcel, I should say, for being her friends these past 4 years. Future plans include the pre-law program at Wilfrid Laurier. Our next grant has 4 subject awards: Grade 12 University Families in Canada, Grade 12 University Visual Arts, Grade 11 Open Stage Design, and also Grade 12 Visual Arts Portfolio Award. It's Charlotte Trimble Kirk. She'd like to thank her parents, Nona, Nono, sister, Taylor, and the rest of the family for being such an inspiration. She'll be attending Brock University for Visual Arts next year. Edward Trache's future goals include becoming the ruler of the world. And he doesn't thank anybody. He says, I'd like to thank myself for getting me through this. Clay Underhill-Mitchner would like to thank Josh, Kim, Delia, and Jay, and also Sammy and Brandon for great times, and oh yeah, Teo. He plans to kick back and chillax. Next is Mackenzie Upper. She'd like to thank Ms. Clark for her support and her family and friends for helping her through the last 4 years. She'll be attending Mohawk College for educational assistant. Sarah Van Egmond also won a subject award for mathematics for work in everyday life, grade 12. She'd like to thank her family and friends and teachers. She'll be attending Georgian in Aurelia for early childhood education. Next is Helena Vogt. She'd like to thank Mrs. Dalbrook, Mr. Balsam, and all the other teachers for making her time at Secord so enjoyable. She's going to Ryerson for early childhood studies to become a kindergarten teacher. Emma Wasilenko wants to thank her parents, her grandparents, family, and teachers for helping her become who she is today. She's looking forward to concurrent education at Brock next year. Best of luck to all the grads. Best of luck in all that you do. Josh Werhoon would like to thank everyone who got him through the final year. This school was truly amazing. Oh, I was supposed to say this in an Irish accent, but I can't really do that. Scottish would be better, but I'm not even going to do that. Future plans continue dominating the ping pong division at Secord. And I should say, I'm just going to go back. I'm not calling her back up, but I think I forgot to mention that Emma Wasilenko also won 2 subject awards, Grade 12 University Core French and Grade 12 University Families in Canada. Niall Watson is next. He thanks his mom, his grandparents, and Ms. Clark for always believing in him. His girls Britt and Yasmin as well, and as well as all of his Twitter followers. Next year he'll be following his applied dreams at Niagara College. Michael Whitehead next year would like to, first of all, he'd like to thank his parents and friends. He'd also like to thank the Seacourt staff for all their support and for being chill. Next year he'll be going to Niagara College to become a PSW. Next is Pamela Wills. She thanks her manager, Chloe, her grandmother, and her best friends, Holly and Kayla. Plans for next year are to go to Fiji to volunteer for 3 months in the community and in the schools. Jillian Wilson is next. She thanks Mr. Sisler for helping her get where she is today, and also Ms. Toyne for always being there for her. Jillian is attending Sheridan College for technical production for theater and live events. Olivia Wyatt has won 2 subject awards, Dramatic Arts, Grade 12 University College, and also Grade 12 University World History. She thanks Mom and Dad for always encouraging her and being there when she needed you. Thanks to Jackson, Matthew, and Rachel for keeping her sane, and Grandma, Nanny, and Grandpa for always making her smile. She'll be pursuing concurrent education at Brock University. Next is Adam Zammit. He thanks Mr. Yap and Mr. Sisler and all the teachers for their guidance and support. Next year, he'll be at Cambrian College in Sudbury for primary care paramedic program. And Dakota Zimmerman would like to thank her parents for putting up with her moody self this year. Next year, she'll be going to Newfoundland studying psychology at Memorial University. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause and congratulations for